Hello guys, welcome back on Unreal Dystopia for new Unreal Engine tutorial, and today we are going to see how to make a horse riding system. Okay guys, let's get started. So first make sure to have your horse static mesh. In my case, this is a sample project offered by Unreal Marketplace, okay? So it comes along with its animations, the idle one, which is this one, and the running horse animation, this one. Okay guys, you are going to need a blend space, so right click, go to animation, legacy, blend space 1D. You should have this graph. Okay, you will bring your idle here, okay, and the run animation all the way here. Of course, on the horizontal variables you need to name the horizontal axis speed and the maximum value, set it as 800 and click save. So now you have your horse blend space 1D. After that, you need to create your horse blueprint. Okay. So to do this, right click in empty space, go to blueprint class, and here make sure to select character. Okay guys, we need a character class because it comes with the character movement which we need to move our horse. On the variable section, you need to add a pawn type variable. So just click here, go to select your variable, go here on the variable type, and here select pawn. And when you see this, you click on it, and that's it. Name it player. Okay, guys, name it player. So also you will need to create your blueprint animation, anim blueprint for your horse mesh. So to do this, go to your, of course, after creating your horse actor class, on the mesh section here, you need to select the skeletal mesh as being your horse mesh. Okay, guys, and then you need to add an anim class to your mesh. So if you don't have an anim class, you just select your horse static mesh, right click, and here, yes, here on the create section, you select anim blueprint. Okay, and you should have an anim blueprint like this one. So here what you need to do is to bring your blend space that you created and link it to the result, and you need also to get the speed of your horse. So go to event graph. From the try get pawn owner, you get velocity, vector length, and promote this to a variable and link the output of the event blueprint update animation to the set. This floats new variable which you will name it speed, and click compile. On the anim graph, you bring your speed variable and link it here. Okay, so now you have a horse blueprint class, which is a character class, and you have your anim blueprint class uh, set with your blend space. Okay, on the anim graph you should have this blend space. You hit compile, and of course go back to your horse blueprint and you select the anim blueprint that you just created, which is this one. Okay guys, great. So now let's put the logics. So on your character, okay, your player character, go to your player character, which is this one. Okay, and here you need to add some variables. So the first one is a boolean, name it horse with a question mark, of course, with the default value of false. And also you need an uh, actor variable. So you just create a new variable and you go here and search for actor. But I prefer if you select the horse blueprint class. Okay, in my case I named it horse, so you will find your horse blueprint class here, and you can create a variable type with this blueprint. So click on horse. Perfect. So after that you need Sorry, I just deleted my own horse variable. So I restored it, and now you need some events. The first event is gonna be event actor begin overlay. You can get it by select in empty space event actor begin overlap, and this is it. Okay, and also you will need the end overlap. Same thing, you just type event actor end overlap, and you need an input, a keyboard input. In my case I chose the F key keyboard, but you can select any key you want. So on the actor begin overlap, you need from the other actor to cast to your horse blueprint, okay, which is this one we created before, a character class. You cast to it, and then after the cast to your horse blueprint, you need to set your character horse boolean variable to true, okay. So bring it here, set horse, and set it to true. You link it like this. After that, from your as a horse, you are gonna to set your horse variable to your casting, and this way you should have this configuration. And then on the actor end overlap, you need to set the horse variable to false, the boolean variable, and the as horse, which is your horse type variable, to nothing, okay, in order to set it empty, because you are going far from horse. And on the F pressed, you are gonna create a branch with the condition of the horse boolean variable. If it is true, you need to go to your character anim blueprint. Okay, guys. So select your character anim blueprint. Here you need to add an animation. Okay, so here on the empty space, select blend pose by bool. Select this one. Okay, you need a character animation of riding horse. In my case, this is this one. Okay, we are gonna add this animation to our anim blueprint, character anim blueprint, guys. Okay, so if it is true, it's gonna be this. If it is false, it's gonna be all the animations that we done before in this series. So you link the final output just before the output pose to false, and then from the blend pose by ball, you need to link to the result. And here the active value need to be a new boolean variable named horse. Okay, guys. So this way, if the character is riding the horse, it's gonna play only this animation. If it is not, it is gonna play or use all the animations that we used before. And this is it. So this is for the anim blueprint of the character. Now you just need to a mechanism to set the horse boolean variable to true or false. So on your character blueprint here, after pressing F, and if the horse boolean variable is set to true, which means you are overlapping a horse, okay, you just bring your mesh, get any anim instance, cast to your anim blueprint, and here you set your horse boolean to true. Anim blueprint horse variable, okay, guys, to true, and that's it. You should have this configuration. After that, we need to put our character on the horse, okay. So you go to your horse skeleton, and you need to add a socket. Just select the root bone, right click, and add a socket. When you add a socket, you should have something like this, and you need to put it on the right place where the character need to sit, and name it character, for example. Okay, this is my case. I named it character. And on the following logic, you are gonna search for self, From the self, you attach actor to component. And then from your horse variable type, remember, since it is the same thing as this horse blueprint, you can bring the mesh, this, okay, your horse mesh, directly here. So you get mesh, go all the way down, and you should find your mesh. And of course, you link this to parent. And the socket name must be your character socket name, okay? So here put character. Location rule, snap to target. Rotation rule, snap to target. Scale, just keep relative. And that's it. So now we have put our character on its horse. Next, remember on the horse blueprint, we added a player variable which is a pawn. So you bring your horse variable again and you will set your player variable to be self because we are on the character blueprint, and you should have this configuration. And then finally you need to possess your horse, okay? You need to possess your horse. So bring the horse here, search for possess. No, not this is it. You need to get controller, the controller of your character blueprint, which is your keyboard and mouse. And from here you search for possess, and in pawn you link your horse variable, and you should possess your horse. So this was to get on a horse, okay guys? So now we need to add some blueprint or some logic on our horse character. So for the horse character, what we need of course on the mesh our horse. We need also a scene. You can add it here. Just search for scene, okay, and I click on it, and you put it here. This is where the character is gonna be when it's get off the horse. So just put it under the mesh and put it here in this location. And of course, we need a spring arm and a camera to see, just to our viewport. So you add a spring arm like this one, okay, and under the spring arm you search for a camera, and you add the camera. For the camera on the parent socket, you search for spring endpoint in order to put it here, okay. This line is gonna avoid objects or other things interpose between our view and our horse, okay, our camera and our horse. For the character movement, you go to max walk speed, set it to 800, which is the value of our blend space. Remember, when we created our blend space, we put 800 on the maximum value. Also, in the character movement component, search for rotation, and here set the orient rotation to movement case to true. Okay, guys, and for the rotation rate, set the Z part to 200. Okay, guys, this is important in order to avoid glitchy movement of the camera. Also, you need to go to your spring arm here, type rotation here, and search for use pawn control rotation and set it to true. Okay, this is in order to control your camera view. Hit compile. So now again we need an F keyboard, okay, because now we are processing the horse. So when we click F, it is this logic that is gonna be triggered and not this one, okay. We are no longer on our character blueprint. So here we need to cast to our player character. So you can, since you selected the variable type of the player as being a pawn, you need to cast to your character blueprint. But if you select it to be directly here, your third person character, for example, like this is exactly what we have done here. Our as horse is directly the horse blueprint. So you will not need to cast to your character blueprint. But in this case, I have put the two-way in order to show you, and you learn the different method of programming on the blueprint of using blueprint. So after that, you need to bring from as third person character your mesh, which is your character mesh. You should have this component, and then also as we done here, okay, just like we done here to set the horse variable of the onion blueprint to true, here we need to do the same thing but to set it to false. So you bring your mesh, get the onion instance, cast to the onion blueprint of your character blueprint, okay, don't confuse with your horse blueprint, onion blueprint, set your horse onion blueprint variable to false. You will detach from the actor. You have understand, guys. We are setting the logic of getting off the horse. Since we are possessing the horse, we need to put the logic on the horse because this is what we are controlling. So instead of using attach actor to component, now we need to detach from actor. So you just bring your player variable here, search for detach from actor. Of course, here you will keep word, keep relative. Okay, but you also need to set your player set actor transform, okay guys, and bring your, remember your scene component, which is your the place where your character should be when it gets off the horse. So you bring the scene, get word transform, and link this here. This way when you get off the horse, your character must be here with the rotation and the location. This is what you should have, okay guys. And finally, you need to repossess your character blueprint. So the same way we did on the character blueprint, sorry, here to possess the horse, we must do here to possess the player character. So bring your player, get get controller of the horse. We are possessing the horse again. From the get controller, you need to possess what you are going to possess, of course, the player pawn or variable of a character. And finally, you need to set the player, sorry, need to set the player variable to nothing, okay? This way, in order, if you want to get an AI, for example, a friendly AI to ride your horse, you can use it and your AI should ride this horse. And that's it. So, guys, now let's summarize. So when your character is overlapping a horse, it will set its variable horse to true and set its horse type variable to the horse that you are overlapping. If you are no longer overlapping it, it will set the two variable to nothing, force and nothing. And if you click play and you are overlapping a horse, it will use a horse idle animation set on your anim blueprint, which is this one, okay, remember, and then it will attach your character to the socket that you created on your horse. Next, you will possess your horse, and to get off the horse, you are gonna do the same thing that you done here, but on the horse, and the new possessed pawn is the player, okay guys, and that's it. Now you should have a character riding a horse. When you click play, you can see that my character is not on the right place. You can just click left shift and F1, eject your position in order to have a free view. Go to your horse skeleton. Okay, select your socket, reduce this window. This way you can choose where to put your character. Okay guys, and that's it. You can click here to repossess your horse since you are using your horse now. And now you can see that I am riding my horse and I can get off it by clicking F, and I can repossess my player again. If I click F here, nothing happen, but if I overlap my horse and I click F, my character will ride the horse. So I think we have done here So thank you for following this tutorial, guys. It is gonna be maybe the last one of this series. So next time we are gonna start a new type of videos. I hope you enjoyed these tutorials. I hope it help you to learn how to create video games on Unreal Engine. It's not that difficult, guys. Just keep learning, keep searching. Stay tuned, and see you next videos.